Gentlemen, it's Beardy, K, and Larry from Mantelligence, and today we're showing you 5 texting secrets women can't resist. I recently watched Matthew Hussey's 3 texting secrets men can't resist. What's that, Larry? Oh, yeah, right. Larry was with me when I watched it. I almost forgot that. Well, pretty much explains why he hasn't stopped using my phone since.
Wait, what? You guys have seen that too? I just watched that a few days ago.
Yeah, he was really onto something here, which is why I thought, why not do something that would help the guys this time?
Great thinking there, Beardy.
So, without further ado, here are 5 texting rules which will definitely teach you how to text a girl you like. And since we want to make sure you're all covered, we're going to let you in on a not-so-secret texting thing that you should watch out for and avoid at all costs. Now, let's get to it. Number 5, the strength is in the length. So guys, in case you didn't already know, text messages are meant to be short.
Oops, someone's paying attention.
You see, I got my first phone plenty of years back. Unlimited texting plans weren't even a thing yet. Text messages were costly, so I tried my best to squeeze all my thoughts into a single message as much as I could. And during that time, it made sense. These days, however, that's definitely not the case. Today's text has made text messaging affordable and super easy to do, which is why you should never in any instance send anything more than a paragraph in one text. Not only is it creepy, but it makes you look tacky and complicated. It's definitely not one of the tricks to make her crazy for you. My advice for you is to start learning how to text a girl you like. Keep it short, but not too short that you look like you're lazy or uninterested. Stick to 2 sentences max to be sure. 3 works, but 4 can sometimes push it. On the other hand, though, if she's sending you long texts, then by all means follow her lead. That's how good conversations get started. But in general, sending short messages will give her the impression that you're a straightforward person who doesn't like to beat around the bush. Plus, a short message will only take her a couple of seconds to read, therefore it's completely possible that you'll get a fast reply. Want an even faster reply? Learn about the rest of the tricks to make a girl crazy for you in this insanely informative video.
Number 4, save some chatter for later. Have you ever been on a date where there were a lot of cricket moments? I have.
Wait, what? You've gone on a date in the forest?
Gosh, Beardy, that's not what I meant. I was trying to say that I've gone into a date where we had a ton of awkward silence because we can't think of anything to talk about. So in retrospect, I think our date went south because we've already texted literally about everything under the sun. We ran out of topics. Yes, guys, that happens, most especially if you're still in the getting to know you stage where deep conversations aren't on the table yet. Here's the thing. One of the texting rules you should remember is that there are topics that should be reserved for face-to-face conversations. And the reason behind this isn't only so you have something to talk about during your dates. It's also because some stuff, like personal and deep things, are better talked about in person where you can see each other's facial expressions and body language, as well as hear the tone of each other's voices. The serious stuff is too risky to be subjected to misinterpretation, and it's very easy to misinterpret texts. If you're having a hard time deciding which topics should be saved for a face-to-face conversation, a rule of thumb to follow is this. If you have to think twice before texting about it, then it's safer to save it for when you're together. Speaking of being on the safe side, we have more texting rules you can follow in this trending video.
Number 3, take points from Positive Patty. There's a woman who owns this corner shop I visit. I call her Positive Patty. She's always smiling, and it seems like she's never having a bad day because whenever I see her, she greets me with a ton of enthusiasm. She radiates this positive energy, which I can't help but catch. She always has a look on her face which tells me she doesn't have a problem in the world. Okay, I lied. Patty's not real. She's just someone I made up to illustrate my next point, which is this. In today's world where there's negativity everywhere, women don't need any more negative vibes from you. On the other hand, there's no doubt she can always use a ray of sunshine. So if you want to know how to talk to girls, be that positive energy in the sea of all the negatives. Make sure that when you text her, you don't add whatever negative vibes she might already have around her. Instead, give her a much needed breath of fresh air and be a positive force in her life. Don't start off by telling her how much your day sucked. Ask her how her day's going. Of course, you should always be mindful of one important thing. Don't be the nice guy and become overly positive. While you aren't supposed to dump negative vibes, you're allowed to feel sad too. It's bound to happen from time to time. So, for example, if for some reason your day hasn't been well, don't pretend to be all perky and lie just to keep the positivity flowing. Like Positive Patty, someone who's never felt bad isn't real. All humans are bound to get lonely sometimes, and that's okay. So let her know you're not having a good day, and if she asks about it, then fill her in with some details. She's showing you she cares, so show her you trust her and give her the details. That's how relationships are made, by being vulnerable. The key here is to avoid the extremes. Don't be overly optimistic, but don't be too pessimistic either. It's a balance that takes some fine-tuning, but with practice you'll get it. We can't stress this enough. Don't be the nice guy. Learn the basics through this video we've made just for that purpose.
Hey guys, if you've been watching us for quite some time now, I know you know what's about to come next. You're right, we're reminding you that at the end of this video, we have one piece of advice you should definitely take. Yep, we'll be telling you about the number one thing you should avoid at all costs to make sure she won't be able to resist you. Now back to the good stuff.
Number 2, be a creative crafter. Today's text messages have evolved a lot. Texts can contain a lot more than they did back in the day, before screens weren't even color. Imagine figuring out how to talk to your crush over text in those times. I remember when I got my first phone, all I could do was compose a message using letters, numbers, and special characters. And so at my most expressive moments, I could only send a smile using a colon and close parentheses. I can't even tell you how much I missed pressing actual buttons. In those days, I could have written a novel without looking at my phone even once. But enough reminiscing about how old I am. Luckily, there are more ways to be expressive today, all thanks to the existence of emojis. Now you can actually let her know your exact reaction by adding a little zing to your message. And yes, that zing is your opportunity to show her some tricks to make her chase you. So try this greeting. Greeting her good morning, throw in a sun emoji. It's silly looking. Texting her good night, use the moon emoji. Now, a word of advice here. Because sending emojis is so easy, it's super easy to overdo it. Inserting an emoji is just a tap away. It's not hard to get carried away and send a lot of emojis. Too many emojis. So use your better judgment. More often than not, one emoji is enough to keep the conversation interesting, but again, if she's sending you lots of them, don't be afraid to throw in some extras as well. In the end, emojis are basically the universal way of saying, I like talking to you. So if she's sending them, you're doing good, brother. Keep it up. But if emojis aren't enough, check out these neat tricks to make her chase you that we've listed in another video.
Number 1, pay attention to information. Want to know how to talk to girls through text? It starts with paying attention to whatever information she's giving you. Let me tell you a story about this guy. Let's call him Greg. Greg seemed like an amazing guy, so I gave him my number when he asked for it. He texted me that same night, and we got off pretty good. After a week had passed, I was becoming pretty comfortable with him. I was already in that stage where I was telling him personal things. So obviously, I told him that I recently had a promotion and that my coworkers are throwing me a huge congratulatory party in 2 weeks' time. Time passed, and a day before the party, when I still hadn't found a dress to wear, I started growing anxious, so I went out looking for one. That's when Greg texted me and asked what I was up to. I told him, I'm searching for the perfect dress for the party tomorrow. His response, what party? Needless to say, our friendship didn't turn into something more after that. Greg definitely didn't know how to attract 99.9% of girls. He couldn't even attract one by remembering what she said 2 weeks prior. Here's the thing, fellas. Women can't help but be crazy for a guy who remembers the things that she mentions during conversations, especially the little things, like what her favorite flower is, but also the big things like a promotion. So if you're able to remember what she says, it shows her that you're sincere and that you're not just texting her for the sake of having someone to flirt with.
Jeez, please. That's not even close to how I flirt.
Hey, I agree. See? Even Larry agrees. Going back, if you do the opposite and don't take note of things that she tells you, be ready to take the fall, because that relationship is going nowhere, fellas. Learn the lesson from poor Greg. He was so close, and he even had a pretty good start. And then, boom, he managed to ruin it because he showed that he wasn't paying attention to the things that are important to me. That's how easy you can lose your chance. Speaking of chances, don't miss your chance to learn how to attract 99.9% of girls in this video. Yay, you stayed with us! As promised, here's the not-so-secret thing that you should avoid at all costs if you want girls to chase you. Never, ever use shortcut texts. As I mentioned in item number 2, we're already far from the time when we have to squeeze our messages into a single text to maximize the cost of sending it. Therefore, there's already no point in texting using shortcuts, unless of course it's an emergency and you have no time to compose a well-written message. So text OK and never go with K. Say, where are you, instead of, where are you? Using that kind of text shows that you're either lazy or you were left in the dinosaur age of technology. So take my advice, please, and compose your text like you graduated middle school.
K.
Ugh, Beardy.
Do you know any more texting secrets women can't resist? Let us know in the comments below. These texting rules go hand in hand with tips to make a girl crazy for you found here. Check out this video we have that has close to 900,000 views already. Thanks for watching.